Hello guys, today we are going to see together how to safely load and unload the film inside of the Minolta XD7, which can also be called Minolta XD or XD11, depending on the market you bought it on. So the first thing you want to do is to make sure that there is batteries inside of the camera, fresh batteries that are working, because without battery you will not be able to load this camera. Second thing, we'll turn the camera, we'll put this one up, and we'll open the back of the camera. You will then put it to sit here. Look how gorgeous this camera is. The second thing that we want to do is to take our film and check the ISO. In this case, that's an ISO 400. That's a very important number that you will want to remember later on because you will need to set the camera correctly with it. You will put this one up, you will put your film here, and you will put it back down to lock it in place. The next thing we want to do is to take this and put it inside of the little bracket that is here to lock it in position. So you will slide it in, and once it's in position, the next thing that you want to do is to load the film inside of the camera by cranking it, shooting, crank and shoot. At this point, we will reach a moment where we are flat here with the film. There is a little pressure, but not too much. That means that your camera is correctly loaded. We'll close back the door and we'll go back up. We saw just before that we have a film that has an ISO that is 400. Here it's written ASA, but now we use the ISO, and it's basically the same thing. You'll push this little button and you will set correctly the ISO of your film. So in this case it was 400. If yours is 800, you'll go to 800. If it's 100, you'll go to 100. And in this case, 400. So we are set, the film is loaded. Now, as we can see, we are not yet at the 1, which means that our film still needs a bit of cranking to be correctly loaded. So we'll crank it one time, we'll shoot. We'll crank it a second time, we'll shoot. And we see that we reached the 1. That means that your camera is now safe and loaded. You can shoot your roll with it. So we're going to shoot, and shoot, and shoot. As you can see, this one is turning when I shoot from the 4th to 5th shot, approximately. Why doesn't do it before? It's simply because inside of your canister, it's not fully pressured, so there is some space at the beginning, so the film can go out without turning, and then when it's tense, it starts to turn. It's very important that this is turning, because if it's not turning, it means that your film is not correctly loaded. So from the 4th to 5th, you should start to see it turning every time that you shoot, and if it doesn't happen, keep an eye on it, and before the 10th shot, it should be turning. If it's not turning, it means that here, it disattached, and if it disattached, you'll want to open your camera again to check what's going on. If you keep shooting like this, it's not exposing anything, you will have a blank roll in the end, and that's not what you want to achieve here. So once this is done, you'll keep shooting your film. So let's imagine that you're outside and you're shooting, you keep shooting, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, we keep going, we keep going, and that goes on. So in your film, there will be like 24 or 36 exposure in most of the film. So you can see where you are here. So you know when you are at the end, but you will also know because there will be one moment you will not be able to crank anymore. That's when you reach the end of your film. Do not force a film that doesn't crank, because if you do, you will break your film and that's dead. There is nothing you can do about it. If the film is broken, you can't go put it back inside of the canister. The moment you will open your camera, it will expose the whole film again to the light and it's dead. So when this is done, what you will do is that you'll turn your camera and you will push this little button and it should flush inside. That will allow to unrun your film and to load it back inside of the canister. How to do it? You will open this one again and you will see that there is a little arrow here that is showing you a sense. So you will just follow the order and do it as they say and keep turning. You will feel some mechanic happening on the back. So the mechanism is just putting back your film inside of the canister. So you will do it. There will be plenty of turns, so you can go for it. Mine was until 16, yours will be until 36 or 24, so there will be more. Until you feel a bit of resistance. When you feel the resistance, it means that it's finished, and just the teeth is holding it here. You need to do it last time to disattach it from the teeth, which is not yet the case here. Here, I felt it. Maybe you heard a little clack. That means that it's removed. In this case, with your camera, you will do 2 to 4 times the turn more because you want it to go back completely inside of the canister so that you can bring it safely to the shop. On my case, that's a dummy film that I used to try the cameras, so I want to be able to use it later. So I will not put it back inside, but forget don't forget, sorry, to do it 2 to 4 times more on your case. Then you'll put this one up, and you can safely take your film. So as I told you, mine is not completely inside because I will reuse this dummy film, but for you it should be completely inside. You can put this one up slightly, and you can take back your film, and it's ready to go to the lab to be developed and printed. When this is done, well, you can restart from the beginning, put a new film, load it by watching the video again, and you're set and ready to go, and you can shoot again. So I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it is, subscribe to the channel. You will have more content about Minolta, sorry. And a like is a thank you for the video, so it's pretty much appreciated because it helps the channel. Have a lovely day, guys. Thank you.